what are you gonna do? It's around for longer than that, then yeah. But I don't know. I feed my dogs a lot of shit. Like I'm not
Oh
very
boy, they're getting it going here, Mike,
rigid
and it
with
started
their
out
intake,
with a
so
very simple couple of passes
I'll
on
tell
they
you
the
tend to
what.
outside
fart
to
a lot and poop.
Oh yeah, Bayorn's been doing that a lot too.
Yeah.
More than usual. Bill,
Mhm.
they are establishing the run, huh?
Sorry, I'm trying to set up Twitch. Is it going well?
Yeah, they're running right through the defensive line.
I think I have the stream going properly now.
I think Cook just had like a 12 or 13-yard run. Made it look easy.
But James Cook.
Yep. Yeah, and he just caught a 6-yard pass. Could have been a sack instead of 6-yard gain. I don't know anything about football, but that sounds pretty good. I got to tell you, I'm looking at myself here. I look more relaxed here in my living room.
You seem more relaxed. It's the laid backness, like the
Yeah.
literal laid backness.
Yep.
Are you guys on my stream? Can you see if my stream is working properly?
Yeah, give me a second.
I'm not on your stream.
Whoops.
Stroke settings. Oh yeah.
It looked
Yep.
frozen to me.
Yes. It is that. Be right back. Oh, and then yeah, there. Here we
But do you
are.
notice it freezes again?
Um, the video just went away for all three, although I can see that I'm talking. This is what our viewers want. They want the troubleshooting. Welcome to Troubles in Shooting
Oh, yeah. What's up?
with your hosts,
Oh,
Dungeon Campbell,
Bear dog.
Kyle Fergalicious, and
For real,
William
for real.
Stratton. Who was that? Was that Leonard Fournette? Who are they using out there? Was it Laddie Murray?
pulling the old server. The stream is having troubles. Everything is terrible.
Oh, uh,
Everything is awful.
Okay, I just texted Zeke.
yeah. There's a
Just
few
texted
of us
Zerwin.
are over there in the Zorus. It looks like
All right, hold on 1 second.
Zerwin is.
Maybe that's why it's not working.
Hello.
Howdy.
Hello.
Hey. Hey.
Gotta get Zach sorted out here. There he is. All right, Zerwin.
Oh, it's not what you want to do, Josh.
Don't tell me you threw an interception on the goal line or something.
In the end zone. They're showing it again, and of course, Haley has stacked some things on the TV stand, so I can't see the bottom of the screen. That's an interception. That's what that is. Yeah, here we go. Cat stream. Nope. Yep, there it is. I can probably turn off the screen blurring.
Oh yeah, that's a cat butt.
Yep.
Look at that cat butt.
Hey, you want to turn your head around here? You want to get involved? You want to roll some dice? You want to throw some bones?
I gotta get Zig sorted out here. Zig, your permissions aren't correct yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Oh, that. Yeah, I guess we all got to change our names again, huh?
Yeah.
That's why your name was different, Kyle.
Yeah, that's why you're what are you, Albatross?
Yeah. Yeah.
Your permissions should be set now. All right. Here we are.
Are we?
Just about. We're just about here. Matt should be here any second now. Sorry. Validus the necessary should be here any second. And let me just check the stream.
How do I change my name
Stream looks good. Oh,
just
nope.
for
Video
this
just went away again.
profile?
This
And
is
we're
gonna be a
frozen.
problem all night. Because every time I flip to my, is it moving again?
Yeah.
Every time I flip to my web, my Firefox, it's gonna freeze the camera for my viewers, which is super obnoxious.
Are you still at Galdis' house?
No, I'm at my mother-in-law's house.
Oh.
But
When are you
I'm
guys
on my
going back?
laptop. We're coming back tomorrow.
I thought you were traveling today.
Zerwin, you don't have to be stressed because the Bills are in no matter what.
I'd rather play the Steelers at home.
Fair enough.
The
You
Eagles
guys,
are in and I'm stressed.
you guys getting this quality
Look at that
family
pooch.
content here?
Look at that.
Oh, bud.
Look at the
Come on.
doggy.
You want to throw up
Who's a
on me?
good boy?
Oh yeah, guys, he is not feeling well.
He doesn't
Oh yeah,
feel
he's got a
good.
belly.
He wants a daddy snuggle. Look at him.
Yeah. No. Yeah, Leo, you're gonna want to get out of here, bud. Oh yeah, he's
Play it.
gonna throw up again, guys. Right on my laptop cord. Or on me. Oh, Bayhorn. Oh, guys, I might have to take him to the emergency vet. Oh, Bayhorn.
Listen, can I just tell you something?
You can tell me whatever you want. Yep, it's gonna be like this all night. Here's the
All
cat.
parents go through this. First time their baby gets sick, they're like, "Oh my God, everything's terrible. He's gonna die. Gotta go to the emergency room." And then if you go to the emergency room, the people in the emergency room are gonna be like, "What the hell is wrong with you? It's a sick baby. Go home."
It's not just the first time they get sick at my house.
Well, listen. If I were to bring him to the emergency vet and they said it's a baby, then that would be a problem.
I'd say just call him first. Call the vet. See what they say.
You could do
We
that.
we had to take Mac to the ER yesterday.
Why was wrong with Mac?
He ran like 103 like 0.6 fever all day and then started throwing up.
Good
He
times.
couldn't get the fever down. But
Solid,
they did exactly
solid baby behavior.
yeah, they did exactly what you said though. They tested for strep and for some other stuff, but he's doing better now.
Cat wants all the attention. What's the cat's name, Duncan?
Leo.
Hi, Leo. You can't hear me because your dad's wearing the headphones.
Hmm.
Duncan, will you move if I make the cat sounds? If I have a laser pointer, will you show it to him? All right. Okay, so let us recap.
There's someone in the cage. Bill, there's someone in the cage.
There's someone
What's in
a
the cage? Who's in the cage?
It's a good question, actually.
Who can recap the things that we did last time?
Yeah, I'm also gonna ask again because I'm of my situation right here. I would ask that somebody else does the recaps and the note taking tonight.
I
Who
think
wants to
Janice
do-
should do the recap.
I can recap. So, oh wait, I should open the things and read because I mostly remember. I shot somebody in the head.
Yep,
That
it
was
was
sort of
pretty
the
awesome. Also noting, I definitely saw a little bit of a Jeff sighting behind you there a minute ago.
Sorry, yeah, he's
Sorry, I'm always thrilled to see Jeff.
One does
he's
not merely cite Jeff.
he's like he was like, "You're gonna play? Can I just hang out?" It's like, all right, sure.
you tell him I said hello.
All right. When he gets back from getting me more wine, I will. Wait, I'm trying to find the Sorry,
Relationship goals right there.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
well done.
sorry, I'm trying to find the notes. The summary. I don't remember where it was. Cool.
But hold on, this Citadel is radiant.
Yeah, you guys went to see the Qualinesti elves, right?
Sure did.
Yep, and there was a big dragon on the wall behind
I also.
a Sphinx, a phoenix. I can't remember his name.
I thought it was a great worm on a ceiling.
Yep, there was great green worm on a ceiling behind a Pinnacle.
Pinnacus.
Did he tell us the name of the dragon? I was about to be really impressed, Zach, that you remembered the name of the dragon.
He did not tell you the name of the dragon.
No.
You didn't ask, but he didn't.
Yeah, I don't remember asking. I didn't want to pussyfoot around, Bill. I was there for a reason. Wasn't there for tea.
Oh, by the way, if anybody is on my stream and sees people chatting, let me know because I can't see people chatting.
So far, it's just you.
Okay, good. We gotta get people. But it might be a slow night because it's been a month since we played last, and the semester hasn't started yet.
I actually can't remember.
Okay, I found it. Appinicus will offer aid and ask his generals to help protect Wonder. There will be a Qualinesti elf added to the council at Wonder. Captain Ardril is bringing his troops, and also there will be 3 mages. We've been given 2 arrows that will dispel dragon's magic. We were told.
There's 2 mages and 3 arrows, right?
No, there's 3 mages and 2 arrows.
Well, it's 2 mages plus the
one that's already a part of the group, I think.
Okay, all right, yeah,
Okay.
fair enough.
And we were told that we should try to figure out where the Great Protector went if we have enough time.
Right.
We spent a long time trying to figure out how to ambush an ambush without us all getting dead. And then we threw a guy off a cliff, and then I shot a different guy in the back of the head. We were in the camp. We found a ledger stating Draconians were there to ambush elf patrols, which I guess we weren't like. Oh, we just found a cage with a figure inside. That's where we were.
Yeah, they had set a trap. We saw it, or somebody saw it. The scouts came back and saw it, and so we went around to the cliff edge where the camp was to take out the camp and avoid the trap.
Right. And after you killed the guards, by throwing one off a cliff and shooting one in the back of the head. You snuck around the camp for a few minutes and found a large tent, and in the back of the tent was a cage, and in the cage there was a figure, and that's where we left off.
Leo,
So the group is currently in the camp. It is it's after midday, right?
I thought it was like approaching evening.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna adjust that. I'm pretty sure it's coming on nighttime now. You're right, because you didn't leave until after midday, and you've traveled for several hours, so it's like dusk. And you got a cage with a figure inside. You also have roughly 100 Draconians setting an ambush for an elf patrol. When will they come back to camp? Question mark, question mark.
Guys, there's a figure in a cage.
All right. I am going to. It's dark in the tent, right?
Yeah, there are lamps, but none of them are lit.
I'm gonna cast light on my quarterstaff and hold it out toward the cage to see who's inside the enclosure.
Back, like huddled against the back bars of the cage, sort of with like hugging their knees to their chest, is a youngish woman, perhaps in her early 30s, late 20s.
Human?
Hard to tell, probably. She's wearing a single piece of cloth made into a sort of dress-ish sort of thing, like a servant garb. Her feet are dirty, but she's not bloodied and bruised.
And none of us recognize her.
No one recognizes her. She looks a
Right.
little frightened.
My necklace is not glowing.
Your necklace is not glowing.
Ezra will speak up. Hello, we're here to rescue you. Is there a lock on? I'm guessing there's a lock on the cage.
There is.
I'll cast. Well, is there a noticeable key like out on a table or anything like that, or hanging from a hook near the entrance of the tent or anything like that?
No, there is not.
All right, I'll cast knock on the lock.
Dude, just gonna open it up.
The lock pops off, or
Okay.
pops open. You do have someone who can probably open locks in the party now. Just want to point that out.
We've been itching to use that knock spell for fucking months.
You have to wait your turn, Jana.
Fair enough.
5 more months.
Does the person look? I mean, you said she was like huddled into the back of the cage.
Pretty big
Does she
cage.
look? Yeah.
So you want to get closer to where you can see her better.
Yeah, I'm right
Why
at the
don't we-
entrance of the cage at this point.
Do you want to?
Yet,
Do you want to talk to her first? Can we just say hi, just real quick?
I said we were here to rescue her. Allow me to introduce myself. We're all caught up in the moment. One of us just Sparta kicked a draconian off of a fucking cliff. It was awesome. My
Wow.
name is Ezra. These are my compatriots, Dirk, Jana, Zerwin, and the other ones who aren't here, so I can't remember. Gelidus, Owen, and we'll say Barley's still sticking around too.
The ghost of Barley.
The ghost of Barley.
As you get closer, you can see that she's also has a collar on. You can't tell exactly what it's made of, but it's definitely etched with some sort of runes. and it's fairly wide, maybe some sort of metal. She has silver hair and fair skin. She is roughly human-sized, and she's cowering.
Yeah, pointy ears. Can you see if she has pointy ears?
Can't, because her hair is over her ears. Yeah. She doesn't say anything to you after you introduce yourself, but she's way back and she's got her knees kind of pulled up and she's like,
All right. It looks like she can't.
What the hell does
Talk.
that mean? I say out
It looks
loud.
like she can't talk because of the collar around her neck. I'm guessing, folks.
Can you talk or not talk because of can you not talk because of the collar?
You all right?
Are you Fazanth's daughter?
Do you know how we can take that off of you?
No, before we do that, let's all go through the retinue. Let's all go through our Rolodex. We'll just name off names of people we know, and we'll see if this is her or if she's related to them.
I think just one person was okay to ask.
Okay. Can I take a look at the runes on the collar?
you can.
Or is it draconic?
It's definitely related to Draconic.
Okay. Do we have any of the elves with us at the moment?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
they're waiting outside.
I'm gonna see if any of them, in particular the mages, might know Draconian.
I do.
Well, you know Draconic. It's different than Draconian.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know what we were talking about.
So yeah, the language looks like the alphabet looks similar to Draconic, but it's the words are different. I'm guessing.
Oh, it's like Portuguese and Spanish.
Kinda.
Something like that.
Yeah. I don't know Portuguese or Spanish well enough to say for sure, but probably similar. It might be like, Japanese and Chinese.
Well, that's actually pretty far away.
Japan got its language from China, though. That's what I'm saying. And like it's
Oh.
evolved. It's evolved for hundreds or maybe thousands of years. So it looks like it shares the same root as Draconic, but it is vastly evolved, or maybe Draconic has evolved. Who knows? Question mark.
Wait, it is Draconic or it is Draconian?
The alphabet
No.
is similar to
Draconian.
Draconic. Yeah.
Sorry, that was like 9 different people. What is on the collar?
You don't know.
Yeah,
Probably
so I'd
after
like
this
to.
amount of time, you'd have an educated guess that it's Draconian.
I'm gonna step outside and ask any of the elves if them or the mages might know Draconian.
Yeah, sure.
So there's a prisoner inside the tent in a cage. Humanoid woman. She's wearing a collar that seems inscribed in runes, or with runes that appear to be draconian runes. She won't speak to us at the moment. It seems like maybe that's related to the collar, and we think that if we could read the runes, we could figure out how to get the collar off safely. Yeah, we're hoping that.
Alasha, if you remember the young mage that's with you from uh, the Black Locust Eaters, her name is Alasha, and she's more than ready to step in.
Great, thank you.
She comes in and she reads or she examines the collar. The collar, now that you're close enough, probably made from like some dragon metal alloy. And she looks at it and says, "This is some sort of bastardization of Draconian Draconic. It's not it's not something that I recognize offhand.
Okay.
But I can tell you roughly what it says as a best guess. It's
That's
basically
a great
looks like
start.
that basically looks like some sort of silence spell combined with some sort of protection spell and possibly I don't know what this last bit is here. Some sort of protection or something bad if you try to take it off.
Yeah.
This symbol here is
Um.
related to death.
Okay.
Is this collar attached to the cage, or is it just attached to this person?
Just on her neck. It does have a
Oh.
very simple latch in the back once you examine it.
And there's no lock on the latch.
Nope.
I wouldn't touch that.
The woman who's in the cage, to whom the collar is attached, kind of swats your hands away and kind of gets up and walks out the cage door, and there's some parchment on one of the desks, and she walks over and grabs a quill and writes. Well, she starts writing on it. After when she's done, you look down and it says, "The collar cannot be removed except by the master."
Challenge accepted.
Who? You mean the master of the collar, or is like the master of person that we don't know? She doesn't write any other things.
I ask her, where is the master?
He scribbles down "den." There's she's looks like she finds a map, but she's like, it's not on this map.
Bill, could I do an Arcana check on the rune or the runes related to death? In particular, I'm thinking, like if I were to dispel the magic on those runes, that would whether or not that would cause them to fire or go off.
We'll see your roll.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. 12. That 7 really
Maybe.
looked like a 1 for a second, though. Yeah, all right. Okay. Well,
I ask her if she wants to go with us.
He scribbles down "where?" question mark.
Not here.
That actually gets a slight grin out of her. He goes back to the parchment and basically scribbles down, "It won't matter as long as this collar is still on me."
I ask her, where's the den?
He points at a local map, and then she points her traces her hand way down.
Hmm.
So somewhere far to the southeast. Sorry, southwest.
would you like us to try to dispel the magic on the collar and then remove it? I'll ask her that.
He writes, "I know little of magic."
I can't hear you, Bill. I don't know what.
He writes, "I know little of magic" on the scroll.
Okay.
She writes, "I'm so close to retiring. I'm supposed to retire after this job."
Can you tell us what your job is?
I'm serve, clean, cook, right,
Do you know? Do you know what?
board,
Do you know what you guys are doing here?
ambush.
Okay, so you were like helping out the Draconians as a servant, and they're here to do the ambush. Got it. That's about right.
He writes no choice.
Got it. No, that makes sense. Well, my bet, guys, is that the Draconians would know about this den. Maybe it's even like a Draconian den. So if we go to figure out where this collar situation is handled, maybe we can get down to the source of this. I don't know. Hey, are there lots and lots and lots of Draconians in this den? Are there like eggs? Is it a home for them by any chance? Yeah, okay. So
He
sounds
puts
sounds
her
to
hand
me.
on her chest like this,
Hmm.
and then writes 4-7 on the paper.
Like the numbers 47, 4 and 7.
Yeah, but there's like a odd space between them.
Right. 4, 7. Are you 4, 7? Okay. This is your 4, 7. Nice to meet you, 4, 7. I don't know, guys. I think maybe we should go kill a bunch of Draconians and see if we can catch at least one or two and torture the answer of where the den is out of them.
That sounds great. And
Yeah,
then
how does
4-7, 4-7. That doesn't seem like it sits right with her.
you don't want to do that? Do you think we'll get killed? Oh, yeah. No, that's yeah. We get that a lot. Well, I don't know. What do you guys think?
She writes many Draconians.
Like about 100? Yeah. Okay. Many Draconians. Should we just follow them? We can't just follow them. They're just staying here to ambush elves. Should we go tell the guy back in the palace? I can't go, but somebody could. And just give him a heads up that there's an ambush down here? Maybe they could come down. I'm just spitballing, fam.
That's not a terrible idea.
Like, how far are we from the palace?
Maybe I mean, we have some of the elves with us. I'll ask him if Pinnicus were to know that there were draconian ambushes in the area, would that change his opinion about sending additional aid to Wander?
I asked the woman. I asked 47 if any of the Draconians in this camp can fly. One. Is that the master?
No,
Right,
the master is
captain.
back at the den.
She writes captain on the sheet.
Okay, so we got one flying captain and 99 other things. Are they in a gorge?
Sort of.
We're in a better spot to defend this camp, I think.
We
Than
don't
to
want
go out.
to.
Than
Thought-
to
Is
go
there
out.
anything?
I was gonna
Is
say, I
there
thought we
anything in the
were-
camp that we could throw down on them, or like set on fire and throw on them?
Like a volcano?
Well, I was
do it.
thinking more like barrels of oil, like cooking oil,
Yeah.
or
Alchemist fire.
gunpowder.
Or-
Gunpowder, but those kinds of things. We haven't.
So
Have we checked the camp, sort of quickly for anything else that was useful, or did we just come straight here?
I think this was
Okay.
the first place that we came to look.
yeah, I mentioned there was a couple of big tents, and you were like, "We're gonna go in the big tent," and that's what you did. So here you are in the big tent. Matt, you want to say something?
was gonna say, well, I thought wasn't the plan to be that we are gonna try and draw them out and then ambush the ambushers?
Yeah, so one of the things that you notice is that there's like, remember there's a really big rock that you considered trying to push over or whatever? Like this camping spot is nice because it's hidden away and it has only one way in and out if you can't fly or climb. But you're also trapped and cornered, and there's a big rock kind of teetering overhead. Not really teetering, but like potentially 100 draconians could push it over on top of you. The ambush spot, I did send you a picture, I think, of the ambush spot, but regardless, it doesn't really matter. There's a road that goes through, right, a place where there's like a little tiny gorge, and then it's in the larger valley. So it just naturally kind of funnels that way. But the elves did say that they could, the BL leaders said they could get behind them, and you could ambush
Yeah.
the ambushers.
Yeah, which I like that idea. I feel like, one round or one surprise, we could get a lot of them in that one surprise, especially if we're able to single out which one is the leader, the captain, and take out the captain. We have a big advantage. I think we should go for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's risky. What we should maybe check the other tents and then talk to the elf mages about what kind of magical things they might be capable of in terms of group combat and ambushing. And then I think we reconvene. Does that sound good?
Sure. One of the things that we should ask them is whether their scouts were able to discern a leader, a captain, one who looked like their wings were a little bit more functional.
Mm-hmm.
They're experts. I would think that they would maybe not have been able to tell.
Is the leader of the elf people nearby?
Captain Ardril is outside.
Outside? All right. So I'd step outside of the tent. I'm like, all right, Captain, we got captive in there. It's giving us a little bit of information. We were wondering if your scouts were able to identify the leader or the captain, anyone with the bigger wings on the Draconians while you were there.
The Sea-Techs are the ones who can actually fly, Bill. Am I remembering that right?
Evacs.
CVACs. Yeah, if there was a CVAC, maybe. I'll turn to 4-7. Is the captain a CVAC?
4-7's not out here. She's in the tent. Captain's outside the tent. 4-7 is in the tent.
I'm the only one who left the
outside
He's
tent.
outside the tent. I'll go
Um,
back inside the tent and I'll ask 4-7, is the captain a CVAC? The Draconian captain, specifically? I know the captain of the elves is an elf. Okay.
It's CVAC question mark. So Ardril to you, Dirk says, we didn't specifically note a CVAC, but that doesn't mean that it wasn't. We didn't get that close. We saw the
Okay.
general like setup of the ambush and when they came back. Well, I should say we, my scouts.
And just hypothetically, what do you think our chances would be if we ambushed these ambushers from behind altogether?
Very good. My men specialize in killing draconians.
Very good. I like your confidence. This is great. I go back into the tent and I'm like, guys, do you want to come out? Do you want to come outside of the tent?
Yeah, sure.
Because Hardra, he seems to think that we've got some really good odds in this ambush. So I think we just search these tents and then we ambush those.
Before I walk out of the tent, I asked 4-7 if the master can hear what we're saying since we're in proximity to the collar.
Good question.
Okay.
Yes, good. She writes good question. You could tell she hasn't thought of that before, but it's an uncomfortable thought.
Sorry. That was
consistently
incredible.
good.
Yeah, it
What's-
was pretty outstanding.
Huh? I scared my wife. I was so excited. Sorry, honey.
I'll
That-
watch it later.
Wow. All right. Yeah, you need to.
Who made the catch? Shep?
I don't know who that number is. Oh
Somebody
my god.
senior.
I don't know.
Anyway, cool. Let's go for it. Let's set it up.
I go to one of the other tents. I'm like, I'm going to check out this tent over here, this other tent.
All the other tents are empty. There are supplies. It looks like they've gone through a high percentage of the supplies that they brought. You don't know how long they've been here for or how much 100 Draconians eat. But there are several empty barrels, and only a couple that have stuff in them anymore.
All right.
Yeah.
I come out and I'm like, guys, I don't know how long they've been here, but they don't have a whole lot of time remaining. There's not that much stuff left. They're going to be impatient.
And there's nothing else, no paper or anything.
In the big tent, there are a couple of maps, a couple of pieces of parchment. It's nothing special. But
Can we do can we do an investigation check to find anything special?
Yeah, that sounds nice.
You always can do an investigation check, so long as you tell me what you're looking for, roughly.
Something special.
What part are you searching?
Is that too rough?
The inside.
So are there like tables covered with documents?
No, there's one desk. Desk is a rough term. It's a table that has been reassembled here. There's a map of the surrounding area. There's the ambush clearly marked off. There are some arrows. There's some draconian writing. There's a couple of pieces of blank paper. There's a parchment roll.
Can I look? Can I do an investigation for anything that would indicate why they're ambushing? Like we know that they're looking for elf patrols, but anything that would indicate why?
You want to look for orders?
Yeah.
Sure, go ahead.
Is that's investigation, right? I mean, I could very well roll a 0. I rolled a fucking 0.
I'm gonna roll 2. That's all right. I rolled a 3.
No. This is a special moment. Don't
Come
ruin it
on.
for me.
This has happened to me before. I already think we're looking for a dragon scales, like to weigh things.
You get dumber looking for things.
Oh my gosh.
No. Zach, Zerwin is rifling through, and he finds a piece of paper with what's clearly draconian graffiti depicting like one soldier bucking another soldier and har har written on the side, and he's like, guys, I found the orders. Someone who can read draconian, read this to me. and the elven mage
now
is
we
like,
know
I'm
their
not
plan.
reading that for you. Not translating that. All right, who else is searching?
I also rolled a critical failure, so
I rolled okay.
I don't know what you're going to find that's better than porn.
Jana, yeah, you can see, Jana, you find that one of the scrolls is one of the scroll containers, the tubes, is clearly marked differently and probably contained something official, but is now empty.
Okay.
Are we still standing next to Ardril and his group?
Ardril's outside.
I'm gonna.
You're inside with 4-7.
The thing that Jana finds, does it look similar to the roll that when we used Zerwin's crotch to blow up that other guy, and we found those orders?
Pretty close.
Is it the same kind where, like, when I was it a ring
You
that
know
I
what?
put on and I could
You know
see?
what? Just stop there. That's a very good call, and I'm gonna give you that you recognize Rhymeroth's mark
Cool.
on the outside of this thing. Well done.
Uh, but is it the same type of thing? I can't remember what it was where it was like a ring and I put it on and it showed me the den, right? Not the den. It showed me the mine. And
Yeah.
there's no rings. Are there any rings
No
around?
rings
Anything
around.
like that?
No. No.
Cool. Just figured I'd ask.
Guys, should we send one of our drills scouts back? They're going to be able to move faster. They know the terrain. We should
Yeah.
we should see if they want to send someone back, and then they could catch back up to us instead of, us dinking around.
Well, I think guys, we gotta just set up this ambush, the ambush, and then go. Like I'm ready. I'm ready for that.
I was fired up. I think we should strike while the iron's hot. I know when his blood gets going.
Next, Dirk.
All right,
Yeah.
I pull the crown out and put the crown on.
Oh,
Is that a D12 or a D8?
Hold on.
we're not even gonna go there and get ready before the crown comes out.
Nope.
Zerwin might be asking for advice. Who knows?
No, okay.
So you're rolling a D10.
A D10. Let's see. Oh, isn't that Jesse? Didn't I roll that last time?
What'd you roll?
An 8.
No.
Oh, all right. Well, good.
Did not roll that last time. Or that is not Jesse. I change the order sometimes too, but you get it. Okay. Zerwin, you put the crown on, and it's a very different feeling this time. There's definitely a simmering rage just below the surface of this one, and a voice comes, that same like frozen moment of time happens, and then a voice sort of like echoes from the back of your skull to the front. What the fuck are you?
I'm the protector of wonder.
What's a wonder?
It's a town.
Someone called
Listen.
a town wonder?
Yes, but listen, we
What
don't
a
have time for
dumb
that.
fucking prick.
You in the mood to kill some draconians?
Actually, yeah. All right.
Good. We're gonna go do that, and we could use your help. Maybe.
All right, you spun back into real time.
Okay.
Holy fuck, am I alive again? Oh no, this is you. This is what you see, isn't it?
Yep.
You're tall. Are you
What?
a dwarf?
Yep. What are you?
Of course I'm a fucking dwarf. I'm in this fucking crown, aren't I?
Well, yeah. Wouldn't I be a dwarf if I'm talking to you?
Yeah, but you're a tall fucking dwarf.
Well, how old are you?
All right, who are these dumb motherfuckers? Where are these dwarven armies? What is that, a kender? And a halfling?
Yeah, baby.
You betcha. They can't hear. They can't
Holy
hear this, right?
No, they can't. They can only hear what you say. Holy shit, there's a draconian right outside the door. Fucking stab that one.
No, that's a dragonborn. He's with us.
Are you talking to your hat
I
again?
thought you said that you wanted to kill these motherfuckers.
That's not a draconian. That's a dragonborn. They're different.
This is a waste of my time.
Yeah, we're
What
different.
are we doing? Where are the soldiers? Where is the enemy?
We're going to ambush them. They're trying to ambush us. We're going to ambush them back. How's that sound?
All right, you got my attention again.
All right. We'll fucking hold tight until we get there.
What? How many of them are there? How many of ours are there?
Well, there's what you see plus how many people are with our drill? Just I forget how many people.
64 or 65.
So we got 65 Qual and Esti soldiers versus about 100 draconians plus what you see here.
Oh my
And
god!
a total of 3 elven mages.
You
One.
brought fucking elves? This is a fucking disgrace. All right.
Listen,
Well,
it's
we're all
tough
gonna
times.
die then.
No, we're not. These guys are experts at hunting draconians.
Oh, I bet that's what they told you, didn't they? All the fucking elves say that bullshit. It's always the same. Yeah, we're cool elves. We can do whatever we want. They're full of shit.
Listen,
right.
I'm gonna take this fucking crown off if you don't shape up here.
I don't know. I kind of like
Fucking
this guy.
threaten me. Go
I'm
ahead,
not-
try to
I'm
take
not-
that crown off, you pencil dick motherfucker.
Easy to say when nobody can see your dick.
Do dwarves have pencils?
Wait,
That's a good one.
what's happening with the crown and the dicks there, dude? What kind of?
Nothing. Listen,
So all we hear is Zerwin going.
Yeah.
Where no one,
What's a-
someone can stick.
all right, guys, I'm ready. I'm ready to start this ambush. I've got some insight from a. I actually don't know your name. What's your name?
Good, I forgot. Hold on.
You're comparing dicks with a ghost dwarf that you don't know his name?
Power
Yeah,
move, bro.
I'm gonna
It's a
lose.
real power move.
You want to ask him?
Yeah, what's your name?
Pagan Flatmaw. You've heard of me.
Can I roll something to see if I've heard of him?
There's no way you could have heard of him. You're literally in a planet.
Oh, okay.
You could say his name
Uh,
out loud. Maybe someone else has heard of him.
What's his first name again? Flap.
K-I-G-G-E-N. Higgin.
Anybody ever heard of Hagen Flatmall?
Did you mispronounce that on purpose?
Hagen? Is it Hagen?
It's Higgin.
Hig-
K-I-G-G.
Higgins. I thought you said H. Higgins.
Yeah, I
Hagen,
heard it.
No F.
Hagen Flatmall. Hagen Flatmall.
You
I s-
motherfucker. If I wasn't in this crown, I would kick you square in the fucking balls.
That's right, but you are in the crown. So let's work together or else you're going back in the fucking box.
All right. Actually, probably both Owen and Gelidus. So, this is a super famous dwarven. Like, there's legends about Kigan Flatmaw. He slew a black dragon. It was a young black dragon, but he did it when he was like the equivalent of a 16-year-old. And he wasn't the oldest prince. He wasn't supposed to inherit, but his older brother and older sister both died, and kind of nobody felt bad about it because he was such, like Kigan was such a badass. He really cut his teeth on leading armies while being heavily outnumbered.
Okay.
So, yeah,
I'll kind of relay that to Zerwin. Be like, hey, you may want to ask this guy more questions because first off, he killed a dragon when he was really young. It was a black one, so a little different, and he has, some of his military victories were heavily outnumbered, so he might have some good input.
the fucking Pender's smarter than you are.
That's true.
I can't speak to how big his dick is, though.
Listen, Kagan, this isn't the only battle we're worried about. After this, we actually have to battle a red dragon. And I know that you've had some experience with that. So
No,
Yeah.
no, black dragons.
I know
Don't
you've
forget
killed
the
a black,
2,000 draconians.
and there's 2,000 draconians. So I know that you specialize in
I
fighting.
thought you said there was 100.
Right now, we have to go clear an ambush, but very soon we're going to be fighting a much tougher foe. So let's get you warmed up for that one. Sound good?
Yeah, let's fucking do it. Wait a minute.
Right.
Tell me you have a beer handy.
Do we have any beer? We've got to be a beer here somewhere.
Did I find
Yeah,
any
me.
beer?
Yeah, did the
You did?
Draconians have any beer?
I found some beer. Do you need beer? Does the helmet need beer?
He can hear him talk, right? So I don't need
Yeah.
to relay what. Yeah, okay.
Listen, this will all go a lot better if we have a drink first. Not too many, but at least one.
Uh, You had me at
Uh,
beer. Let's go.
Yeah, so the beer's over there in the tent.
Okay.
Uh,
I leave to go drink beer. I don't know if you guys, anyone's going to go with me.
I want
Sure.
to come. I like hearing him talk to his hat.
I'm sure Owen's coming.
Yeah, Owen's coming for sure. He when you put the beer to your lips, the sigh of relief like that escapes like this personality is like, oh, it's been so fucking long. God, that's good. All right, let's go fuck up some draconians. Got a map?
Yeah, I walk over to the map table.
All right, where are they? Point to it.
See where it's marked ambush.
Oh yeah. All right. And they're on both sides of the road, I assume.
Yeah, is that what they said? I'm foggy.
64 elves and a bunch of useless fucking peons. All right, can you swing an axe at least? Actually, fuck that. You're not going to be able to. You're going to have to be standing up on a ledge directing things. Okay, here's what you're going to need. You're going to need someone who can either project their voice or get orders quickly from one spot to another. You're going to break up the attackers into 4 groups. You're going to have 2 on each side. You're going to take your best, I don't know, 4 or 5 shock warriors. Try to dress them up as whatever they're looking for in the ambush. Send them right down the middle. As soon as the ambush is sprung, right, everyone from all other 4 directions, you're going to put 2 on each side. They're all going to attack at once. And here's the thing. The people in the middle, they might die. But, you know, what you need is for every single one of the Draconians to be looking at the road at the same time. So put those people in cloaks, make them look like whatever they're supposed to be looking for, and have them walk slowly.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you need to be up on a vantage point watching to make sure everything goes right. And once the trap is countersprung, it should be easy pickings. You'll want to hit them with some sort of infantry, or hit them with some sort of arrows first, then send in your infantry. I don't suppose you have cavalry, right? Not with only 64 elves.
Nope.
Right. Arrows and spells first, then send in the infantry. This is about shock and speed. Hit them fast and don't stop until they're all down. Any questions?
Nope. So I go outside and we relay what you just said to everybody. And then, can we tell from the map where the best vantage point would be?
No, you'll have to ask Ardril.
So I ask Ardril, I need to find a vantage point where I could see what's going on. And I'm going to need, does anyone have a spell that can make my voice louder, or am I just going to have to scream like a motherfucker?
One of the mages might have a message. I don't.
Fuck it, I'll just yell. I've been drinking.
Yeah, I can't help you either.
Just real quick about this plan. If we wanted to take a quick rest, I could get my ethereal step back, and I could be part of that shock troop. And if it started getting hairy in there, I could get a few other people out. We could have a small group go down there, and I could get everybody out. At just the
Short
moment.
rest or long rest?
It says right here, if I take a short rest, I get ethereal step back.
But that's 4 hours, right?
It's 1 hour.
You don't need to take 4 hours for a short rest. A short
Okay.
rest is basically relaxing,
For a few,
take a
for
load
like
off,
1 or 2. Okay.
having a snacky poo.
Right.
Yeah. Do we want to take an hour to set up the ambush
And I'll just lay back the whole time?
Well, they're not looking for you, although we could send you in the middle, and then as soon as it
Right.
goes down and everybody goes in, you can pull out the
Yeah.
ones that were using to spring the trap so they don't all die.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is that, like, I can go down in the cloaks and the whatever, and then, I'm pretty good at causing a scene, get everybody come my direction, and then do etherealness grab. I think I can get 3 people. 3 willing creatures for each slot level above 7th. So I could probably do me and 6 people.
What's your ethereal step? It's not a spell that you're casting, right? Or is it a part of your like abilities, or is it just a spell that you?
It's a spell.
All right. There's a spell that you get back after a short rest.
When I hit the short rest button, it says recover Gold Dragon Detect Portal Ethereal Step.
All right, so that's a racial ability that you have.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what you just
So I
described
won't.
it as.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. That's why it's coming back after a short rest. It's not a spell slot. So it should somewhere indicate on that ability like what its parameters are in terms of like the level being cast or whatever.
Oh, it says once per short rest.
Right. That makes sense. Hold on, I'm gonna try to look at it. I'm gonna try to look it up here too. Okay, so it's cast at 7th level.
Yeah.
Wow.
So how many can you move if it's cast at 7th level?
It says each spell slot above 7th, I can do 3 willing creatures.
So you don't have a spell slot above 7th to spend. So you're just casting it at 7th level, which means you're just teleporting yourself out.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
Okay.
it'll still work for you on a short rest.
I guess I don't understand spell slot levels, but that's fine.
So you don't gain etherealness as a spell, right? That's a racial ability, which is
Right.
kind of better because it restores after a short rest. It's kind of worse because you don't ever get to cast it at level 15. Not that you maybe ever would anyway, because you're not a caster main.
Right.
Is it not cast?
At the level of the player?
Which would be
It literally says on the character sheet 7th level.
Yeah, no, I just didn't, because they're
Yeah.
like
No,
giant leaps. I didn't understand.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense for a racial ability to be able to be cast at level 20 or whatever, right?
yeah. I mean, what level are we? Are we level 8 or level 9 now?
8.
8.
I have 8.
Bill, why are you smiling maniacally, Bill? All right, are we going to spring this trap?
Yeah, we go out. I asked Argel where the best place for me to stand to direct things are.
Yeah, he gave you a spot like.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah, there's a spot up on like the side of a hill where you'll be able to see everything. You'll be, the problem is that you'll be visible, so you can't actually like pop up and look until right. Like you'll have to lay down and sort of watch until you're ready to stand up and yell. But in order to enact this plan, you first have to find out who they're looking for, how many of them there are, and who you're going to send down the middle as those people. Or at least guess.
Can we ask 4-7 who they're looking for?
We know they're looking for elves. They're looking for elf patrols.
You can ask 4-7 if you want to go back inside and ask her.
Yeah, I'll pop my head back in and say, do you know specifically who they're looking for?
She walks over and writes on the parchment, elf mage.
Good. We've got a couple of those. So I go back and tell Ardle's team they're looking for elf
Why
mages.
good? Sorry.
I ignore her and walk away. And sorry. I go out and tell Ardle they're looking for elf mages. So can we send one? It's a little risky, guys. I don't want that one to die. We might need them for the next battle.
That's Ardle.
Do any of the mages?
I tell that to this group, not Ardle. I just tell Ardle that they're looking for mages.
Well, you're gonna, and no mage is gonna travel alone, right? Every mage is gonna have an escort,
Mhm.
Yep.
or they're gonna be part of a squad. So minimum 6.
But we don't. Everybody who goes with them doesn't. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. If we send one mage, they're going to be with 6 other people. Okay.
Do any of the mages have teleport?
Kiggy does, or not Kiggy.
Starlbrand.
Starwind, but
Not how my
only to
teleport
very
works.
particular places.
Also, you're never gonna disguise me as an elf.
Well, not with that attitude, Starlbrand.
Thank you, Zerwin.
Defeatist. Ogre.
All right,
I'm
Ardle, do you have
7
a?
foot tall and blue?
You'll spring the trap.
Ardle, do you have a preference of who goes down there?
Down where? You haven't told him the plan yet.
Oh, I thought I relayed that to him, to the
Oh,
team.
okay. I thought you were just talking to the party.
No,
Um,
so I told him what I think we should do.
All right. He listens and he gets kind of a impressed look on his face, as far as impressed looks on an elven face goes, and he nods. And then he grabs like a stick and draws in the dirt, and he's like, "Okay." He's like, "We'll want one group here, one group here, one group here, and one group here, and then we'll need to send at least 6 or 7 bodies down the middle. We can give you some of our cloak. Who do we want in the middle? We want people who wear armor and are tough."
Well, I'm out.
I think, guys, I don't know that we should split up. I think our group should be in one of the 4.
I might send the paladin and the cleric down in there. They'll be all likely to take a lot of punishment.
Especially the paladin, since he's not here.
Maybe.
I don't mind going down.
Yeah, you could pass for a short elf. Paladin can maybe pass for a tall one.
Well, we can hide everybody except for the mage. We want the mage to look like a mage.
That probably won't matter. They'll be using some sort of detect magic. They're probably not going to waste what they're doing on just any passersby. They're going to want to make sure that one of them is a mage. So I don't know. Your call. I can send some of my troops in.
We can
Yeah, why
send
don't we
the.
do the paladin, the cleric, and like 4 of their guys? Gelidus, you want to go?
Sure.
Owen's not going to leave Gelidus anyway, so he would be going.
All right. There's 4 other groups. I'll split the mages up here, here, and here, but there's going to be one group without a mage.
Oh, Ezra, you want to play mage for this 4th group?
Oh yeah. Somebody give me a cloak and
Don't
some
say it like that.
stilts.
No, you don't need to,
Oh,
because you
yeah.
won't be setting the trap off.
Yeah, you're going to be at one of the attacking parties.
I want the stilts.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the man has spoken. All right, so Ezra's going to go with one group. That leaves Jana and Dirk to go with 2 other groups. And then Zerwin going to be up on the hillside. Owen and Galadis going in to spring the trap. Is that correct?
Yes.
Jana and Dirk, are you want to go in the same group or do you want to go in different groups?
I should be in a group with archers. That's probably how I'm going to be the most useful.
We're all going to have archers.
I should go in a group with draconians. I don't get along
We're
with
going to
other
have
people.
draconians. Until
Okay.
it's done, then they're all going to have draconians.
Let's see. I think we could probably split up because we'll be used better differently depending on how our groups pan out. Does that work for you, Jana?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. So we're going to give numbers out here, okay? Group 1 is going to be Captain Ardril's group. Group 2 is going to be the group that Dirk is with. Group 3 is going to be the group that Ezra's with, and Group 4 is going to be the group that Jana is with.
Group 3 rules. You got it.
Then there's Group 5, which is the group that's setting off the trap itself, which is where Owen and Galadis are going to be. And then Zerwin, you're going to be up on the hill with 2 scouts. All right? Okay. Very good. Here's how this goes.
Zorus just wants to test out his big battle.
The mass
method
combat
here.
system.
Yeah.
You guys were the ones. I thought you were going to spend more time talking to 4-7. Honestly, I wasn't really going to get to this tonight. But okay, here we go.
Good play.
So Galadis, since Owen is not here yet, actually, you know what? Let's take 5 and go to the bathroom because this is going to take a few minutes, and I don't want people walking away in the middle of combat if we can help it. So let's take 5 minutes, go to the bathroom, and then we'll come back.
Copy.
He should eat and go to bed. He should eat and go to bed. Huh?
Big stop there for the Finns.
They still winning?
They're
Yeah.
up 14-7 right now, yeah.
You're casually judging me right now.
I mean, look how noble and regal he looks.
The way he was looking at me, he was like, why are you talking?
I
Gotta
missed
get
it.
into the end zone on that.
Yeah, you have to reach for it.
Did you see that first touchdown by the Bills?
Yeah, it was incredible. Oh, Bill hasn't seen it yet.
It's one of the wilder plays I've seen.
Yeah,
What happened?
great adjustment on whoever that receiver was.
That was Gabe Davis's backup, right? That's not even
Yeah.
a starter. I don't know who that
Yeah,
guy was.
Lee, are you just gonna stay like this? Here, let's reposition things for you. Make things a little bit more comfortable for you. You don't have to crane your neck so much.
Trent
I need more water.
Sheffield.
Your doctor's been telling you need to think about your posture. We got to set you up for your retirement. Bye-bye. Good boy, B.
Ridiculous thing to say.
This is perfect, Leo. Just stay like this.
Seven to 14, huh?
Yeah, but that 7 was why they actually just got stopped. They threw a ball with no time left in the first half, and the guy caught it on the 1 and did not get in.
Yeah, he got stopped by two defenders.
I don't know.
You're right. No, he needed to get that ball and reach for the line.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't matter if you drop it at that point. Like you reach for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
time's done. Yeah,
even if you fumble it.
unless there's a penalty, and even then, they're just gonna kneel. This
Right.
is good.
He's already
This is
got
way better,
218
Leo.
yards.
See if you can find that first touchdown play, Zoris, while we're on our break. You're not going to believe it.
It was wild. Leo, stop eating the plants. Is this what you do? You're home alone? You don't eat all the
Nothing
potted
scary
plants?
about Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the #1 longest lasting AA battery.
I hope he never feeds you.
Davis out, Trent Sherfield is in as the third wide receiver. Fake the give, over the top, deflected in the air, Sherfield dragged his feet! Touchdown! Ruled a touchdown! We'll have to check if he kept it secure, but he was looking at it like a fly ball in the air, dragging his feet, and for now it's a touchdown. McDaniel can't believe it.
Andrew Van Ginkel's got his hand on the ball.
Yeah, actually, his whole demeanor when that happened was pretty great.
This has been a very good game so far.
Despite the fact that there were no points scored in the first quarter, right? I'm pretty sure I'm right about that.
Yeah, it's good defense. A lot of bend, don't break.
All right. So here's how this is going to work for you, Zerwin. Wait, hold on, we back? Yeah, make sure the stream's on. Okay, so you have a dice pool, right? And you're going to give bonus dice to each captain of each group. Okay? Each group is going to roll 1 die. The captain of each group is going to roll 1 die. You're going to be able to give out 5 bonus dice. So if you give each group an extra dice, each group will roll 2 die. You could give one group 4 dice, and they'll have 5 dice to roll.
Is this per round or is this one time? Like, okay.
This is per round. So you can see how each thing goes, and then adjust where you need to. If that makes sense.
So how does my initiative work? Am I going to go first since I've got the vantage point?
Yes, you're going to go first. The first thing that's going to happen is the trap is going to be sprung, right? Which means the first action is going to be Gelidus's group, because they know it's coming, so they can actually act first. Then it's going to be archers and mages for each group. And then after that, it's melee the rest of the way down. Okay? So, here's the thing. Gelidus's group doesn't... Like, do you want to bring one of the mages in with you, Gelidus, or do you just want it to be you, the paladin, and 3...
They're
3
after a
melee guys?
mage, right?
They are.
We're gonna need something with arcane magic. Does anybody have any arcane, something that Does anybody have an item that emits
Yeah.
arcane magic?
I
can
have
borrow.
a few. I have a few options. Actually, hey, let's try this real quick. Bill, I am going to put on the hat of disguise that I have. We don't know what that disguise is. What happens when I put the hat on?
Roll a d10.
With pleasure.
Just to make sure I'm thinking about the same hat. Where'd you get this hat?
We got it from the office of the guy who exploded on Zerwin's crotch.
Chegistos.
Yeah, Chigisto.
Yep. Okay.
Sorry, I think I still mispronounced that. Yes, we took it from his office when we also got the dagger and the ring.
Okay, what'd you roll?
I got a 9.
Oh. That's
Not gonna roll
incredibly
that
lucky.
well.
You turn into an elven man.
All right, guys. I guess I'm coming along after all.
Oh. Now who's going to control the 5th group?
Well, first off, I was group 3. That's a good test. Thank you for testing me. I was paying attention. I
Sorry.
passed.
The 5th, the group now that doesn't have a leader.
Here, just take the hat. I also have this dagger that disguises people who are obscured a little bit.
You take
You
the
can
hat
take
off, and
those.
you turned back into Ezra, and you're going to
Yeah.
hand the hat to
Whoever needs to be the mage, whoever's supposed to be the mage. Do you want this dagger that makes you a little bit better at hiding also? I've been
don't need
saving
that.
that one.
Well, is that an arcane magic?
Yeah, they're
dagger?
both arcane.
So someone
put
just
the
needs
hat
to
on,
hold.
Gelidus?
What's that?
Did you put the hat on?
I feel
Yeah.
like maybe based on the way that we
Roll
heard
D10.
things there, it would be a bad idea, but go for it.
Roll what?
Roll a d10.
Roll a d10. What have you given me? Two.
It's
Okay,
unlucky.
You turn into a dwarven man.
I've never been a dwarf before. Am I taller than Zerwin?
No.
No. You know what though? They might. It may not matter. They may, because if they can sense the magic, they may think you're trying to hide yourself from being a mage. So it doesn't matter.
Well played.
Yep.
I mean, it's magic even if you're not wearing it.
Right. If they're going to cast detect magic to figure out which one of us is the mage, I'll
You're
exude.
magic, even if no one's wearing you.
Yeah, I mean, just like Santa Claus. Santa Claus exists even if you don't
Yeah,
believe in him.
it's just like Santa Claus.
Okay, I'm ready. I can go spring the trap now.
I turn to Gelidus and I pull out my pack of magic cards, and I say, when the time is right, you know what to do, and I give him 4 cards.
Nice.
Boy.
Okay. Do I know how to activate those?
Yeah, you just throw them on the ground. Don't do it now. Don't test it.
Yeah,
You
you
only
just
use them
you
once.
just gambit them.
You just
Okay.
It sounds to me like Gelidus doesn't actually know what to do with these, but
Okay, so
we'll roll with it.
This is perfect. Okay, we're
Nope.
going.
So wait, Gelidus, just real quick, you should explain this to the people with you. That phantasms of unknown monstrosities will appear, and that they're not real, but they'll be a distraction. Actually, you know what? Here's one for Jana, and here's one for Ezra, just in
Fuck
case you guys
yeah.
feel like you need to cause some chaos.
I already
All right.
thrown mine. It's a giant cat.
No,
Tabby.
not the cat card.
Here he is. His name is Leo.
I give 2 to Ardra. Because I'm like, this is because I respect you. And what you do, these are magical. They make apparitions, right? And it'll be
Boy,
big
Leo.
monsters. I don't know what monsters. Well, you never know until you throw the card. but it'll be distracting. You know what I'm saying? It's a magic thing. It's a vision. You get what I'm saying?
Thank you, friend. He turns and hands
Yeah.
them to his mage.
He'll do well with those. Yeah, for sure.
She, but yeah.
I was gonna say, is that a he, him, or sorry,
Okay.
she. I don't know elves.
All right. So it takes about an hour for everyone to get in position, including the main group. But as the main group approaches, before we start, Zerwin, you have to decide who gets what dice.
Yeah. So I'm going to give 2 dice to Galidus's group. I'm going to give 1 to Dirk's group, 1 to Janice group, and none to Ezra's group.
So I'm not in my office where I have all my scribbly things, so I need you to write those down just to keep track of what has what, because I'm going to ask you again this round. Okay, so that's 2 to Gallus's group, 1 to Janice's group, 1 to Dirk's group, and 1 to Ezra's group.
None for my
None
group.
to Ezra's
I don't
group.
need them.
You said I have 5, right?
I don't want them. I don't want your dice.
Oh yeah, no. So give. Actually, you know what? So give 1 to Ezra, and none to Argel's group. Yes.
All right.
What do these do?
They're bonus dice.
You get an extra die. He'll tell us.
Yeah, when it's time to roll, you'll be rolling 2 dice. All right. Galidus. Because you know what you're looking for, it's full dark now, by the way. Right? It's nighttime, and there's a half moon, and a couple clouds in the sky, so there's a little bit of light, but anyone who here doesn't have any sort of night vision whatsoever is gonna have a hard time seeing.
That's me.
Yeah. So it's full dark now, but as you approach, and because you know what you're looking for, you can see almost immediately that the Draconians have found really great places to hide, but there are a fucking 100 of them. And if you know what you're looking for, they're there. In fact, you sort of think as you approach in your head, like, how did they ever think they were going to ambush a group of fucking elves? And you just have enough time to think that right before they spring the trap earlier than you expected them to. By basically like throwing a tree, or like a huge ass fucking tree behind your group. All right, so here are your options. You can hold, you can attack, right? You can, and within attack you have melee and ranged. You can cast, or you can run.
Okay. So I guess we're springing the trap, so I think we should probably hold.
Right. That means you're gonna get the 2 dice you're gonna roll are gonna be counter dice to what they roll. Right? It's actually gonna be 3 dice for you, right? You got 2 extra bonus dice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's see how they do.
So what am I rolling?
You are going to roll 3d20, and you're going to tell me what they are.
A 5, a 16, and a 10. For a total of 31.
Okay. All right, so 2. All right. So the first thing that happens is a hail of arrows rains down upon you. And you don't really have time to examine the arrows, but you have to distribute. Okay, so you have you, Owen, a mage, and 3 others, right? So you have 6 people total. Okay. Unfortunately, one of the elves drops right away. Another one of the arrows actually does seem to find the mage, but it's not a lethal shot. It's just a wound. They rolled a nat 20 on one of their dice.
Okay.
Otherwise, you did very well. You you knew it was coming, and when the tree fell behind you, you had shields, and you sort of, you and Owen sort of stepped in the front and took the brunt of the arrows, and mostly did well. The mage looks like she caught one in, or this mage is a male, caught one in the calf, and unluckily, one of the arrows found the throat of one of the elves, and he drops. Okay. We're going to go with Ardle's group.
Are we waiting on commands from Zerwin?
No, my command is just giving you the dice. I get to decide because you get bonus dice based on who I give them
no,
to.
you do get to command them to attack.
What do you mean?
Basically, you're going to stand up and yell, attack or whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right? They
I
can
do that.
choose to ignore you, but then they don't get your bonus dice.
Got it. I do that. I would do it in real life, but my children are sleeping.
All right. Some sort of like wild ice spell flashes down from Ardle's group. It, as well as half a dozen arrows, and they all do damage. Well done, Ardle's group. All right, Dirk, your turn. So first, it's arrows and spells.
Yeah, I don't have a. Do I have a mage with me? I don't have a mage with me, do I?
You do.
Oh, yeah. We should do.
So you're gonna roll 2d20.
Wherever you got, go get them. Right,
Very inspirational.
All right. 19 and an 8.
That's good. Oh, it's very good because they rolled very poorly. A fireball blasts out from the mage in your party, as well as 4 arrows, and really, I would say decimates, but decimates means 1/10, and you wipe out almost half of the quadrant of Draconians you're attacking. Ezra
is dead. Wait, what happens to them when they die?
Oh yes, they all explode in various ways.
Oh, okay. They're
But you know
exploders.
this about Draconians already, right?
Doesn't that hurt the other ones around them too?
It does not.
Shame. So I rolled 2d20, or do you want me to
You roll
say
a
some stuff
2d20,
first?
but so the only difference is you actually have to use a spell also.
I'm the only mage.
You're the mage for your group.
Okay.
But you're still rolling your 2d20.
Does the spell that I get to cast matter based on what I roll on my d20s?
Yes. So you choose the
25, a
spell.
14, and an 11.
A 14 and an 11.
Yeah, I mean, can you tell me how many guys and there are down there? How many Draconians and how closely together they are?
Roughly 25 is the quadrant you're attacking.
Yeah. And they're all pretty close?
There's 20. There's 100 of them total, so they can't all fit in one small space, right? They're pretty spread out across the back. You're
Okay.
actually attacking from the farthest away point, so mostly what you have is archers in front of you.
Okay. I'm gonna
I'm yelling.
do-
I'm yelling from the hill, fireball again, because I saw the first.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with a fireball at 4th level, so it's a little bit more damage. Would you like me to roll the damage, Bill?
Nope. You already rolled your thing for mass combat. You did beat them. Unfortunately, they did roll a 20, so it hurts, but it looks like 3 of the Draconians drop. Somehow, they managed to survive. Perhaps some of them have fire resistance, which is true for some Draconians. Okay, Jenna.
Okay, so I roll 2d20.
2d20, and because you're an archer, you can also fire, but that's just going to go in with your 2d20.
Okay. So yeah, I'll fire.
We're going to add those 2d20 together and tell me what it comes to you.
Ooh. It's 21 total
It's
12 and a
alright, 'cause
9.
they rolled a fucking 3, so
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
A half of them drop under a hail of arrows, and the mage that's with you also casts a frost spell. Some sort of ice or frost spell. Okay. Very good.